Welcome, everybody, to the best betting show ever. I'm Lawrence Presman, Joe Ranieri with us, Bryan Power as well. It's Monday. The Giants are playing the Patriots. The line is -7, the total 46.5. We're going to do a deep dive on that. We got your parlay of the day. We're rolling in the parlays of the day. Bad beats and bad bets, NBA rundown, NHL, college basketball. There's so much to talk about on the best betting show ever. Let's bring in Joe and Bryan. Bry, how are you, dude?
Doing great. Just great to be here with you two on a Monday.
Yeah. So,
sorry, man. You two make me laugh, man, before the show. People wonder, people in the chat are like, BP, why do you even show up for this show on Monday, man? Let me tell you something. The 10 minutes before we press the go live button, our record on this show is why I show up here on Monday, man. You two are great.
Yes.
My two buddies.
Yeah, well, listen, I mean, Joe and I don't necessarily see eye to eye on everything. I'm 5'7",
really one way to put it.
5'5". Yeah, and yes, you got the brunt of listening to us bitch and moan at the beginning of the show. But dude, let's go. Let's get into this game.
Okay. Brian, enough laughing. Yes.
No, laugh all the way through. I don't care. But we got to start with this game tonight. The Giants are +5. There's a 7.5 at the two big books and a 7 everywhere else. That seems about right. Bryan Power, how do you handicap this game?
Yeah, I'm going to start by mentioning something that might be better suited for the "What Did We Learn" segment of the program, but I think it certainly applies to this game. Guys, there's so many teams across the NFL right now, and we can name them: the Broncos, the Bears, the Jaguars, and the Patriots, who we're about to get to right now. Teams with some of the best records in the league that I think there's a lot of skepticism. And when you take a look at this Patriots team, they have look, tip your cap. I know we all expected improvement in Mike Vrabel's first season. The Patriots preseason were favored in 11 games. That was a big talking point. But this, it's got to be mentioned. It's been the easiest schedule in the league to this point. That's played a big role in why the Patriots are 10-2. Now, Drake May's been great. I think, even the most faithful in Foxborough didn't expect this out of May. A legit MVP candidate, leading league in passing yards, completion percentages. But Prez, 3 of the Pats' last 4 victories have been by 6 points or less. And on the other side of the ledger, you got a Giants team that cannot win a close game to save its life. 5 games this year, the Giants have led by double digits and lost. That is pretty incredible. The good news for them, though, of course, Jackson Dart is back. Both of their wins this season have come with Dart as the starter. And, they weren't bad, the G-men, the last couple of weeks. Covered the spread against the Packers, covered the spread against the Lions. Should have beat the Lions, I think. That was one of those games that they blew a double-digit lead and lost. And on the Patriots side, guys, the one thing you want to be cognizant of before betting this game is there are significant injuries along the offensive line, okay? The Giants, what is their defense good at? Not stopping the run, but the Patriots don't run the ball very much. But the Giants can get to the quarterback. I think the Giants could keep this game close for at least a half, if not the full way.
Joe, Bryan, I've got Bangs Powers. Gave a great breakdown there. Yes. Well, I was just staring at his bangs.
I was wondering when he was going to get to your shirt.
I was staring at his bangs the whole time he was talking.
You don't like the shirt?
I was like,
that is a good shirt.
The shirt, is it an untuck it shirt?
This is a good shirt, man. I was going to wear.
Did it come with the paint you bought for that room? Is that what happened? It just this? No,
I guess it does match. I'm sorry, Joe. I forgot that a television show, Joe Ranieri. I forgot to check on the.
Is that a smock? Is that what that is?
You think I know how to paint, Joe?
I can't. Was there a play in there, Prez? I didn't even. Did you hear something?
I think he said that the Giants are going to keep them close.
Look, I've got a player prop I'm saving for the parlay of the day. All right.
So you basically broke that game down and gave us nothing.
I've got something for you. I wanted to let you two, my two good buddies, jump into the conversation.
Do you like the Snickers chocolate bar? Well, I like chocolate. I like peanuts. I like
a little bit more
caramel.
Caramel keeps it together.
All the ingredients in the chocolate bar. Okay.
Stole all my daughter's Kit Kats after Halloween, Joe. If you're interested.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah,
it's a solid treat.
I take the Kit Kats myself, Joe. So I don't know what Brian's bet is on that game, but a hell of a breakdown.
Good.
What do you like?
Well,
what do you like in the game?
You know, Prez, when I look at this Patriots team, they've won 10 games. Very impressive. The way they run the ball and the way they play. And then you have the Giants. Listen, this is a very simple and easy handicap for me. Brian, as long as you're so well-versed in all of the statistics here for these teams, can you tell me how many of these 10 wins have the Patriots won by more than a touchdown? Just curious. Let's see.
It's around half of them, I think, because I did mention that 3 of their last 4 wins have been by 6 points or less. I think for the season, it's around.
Well, let's just go with teams that are worse than Cincinnati. Nope, didn't win by a touchdown. The Jets, well, everyone beats the Jets, right? Tampa, no. Atlanta, no. Cleveland doesn't count. Tennessee doesn't count. New Orleans, no. Buffalo, no.
So why,
they don't win by more than a touchdown. They don't ever win by more than a touchdown.
Is that not the story of the NFL this year? These teams that have good records, and we can even lump the Super Bowl champs. All these teams that have good records are not winning by margin. They're just they're getting the close game.
But guys,
Chiefs last year.
Why, Joe? Why doesn't Tennessee, New Orleans count? What, the Giants are some juggernaut? Like Tennessee doesn't count, but the Giants.
Let's look at the Giants. Okay, they just played 2 top 10 defenses, lost 1 game in overtime that they should have won. They lost to Green Bay, should have won as they had the game in hand there. The Giants have been way more competitive than anything Tennessee has done, or anybody, or the Browns, or anything else alone. The Giants should have legitimately another 3 or 4 wins on the season that they absolutely blew against better teams.
Brian, has Joe given out a pick yet?
Yes. It's not that hard to figure out. If I got a team that covers numbers, if I got a team that does cover numbers, and I got a team that never wins by margin, I'll take the hook. It's not that hard to figure out.
And I think a lot of I think a lot of the viewers would concur to Joe's point right there. The Giants, despite the record, again, I know Bill Parcells, the Hall of Fame coach, he had the quote, "A team is what its record is." There's nothing I disagree with more in the history of sports. I think most teams, their record is often not an accurate reflection of them. And I'm bringing that up right now, not because Parcells used to be the head coach of the Giants, but the Giants are a step above the Saints, the Raiders, and the Titans. The Saints, Tennessee, Raiders, and Titans are in a class by themselves. Those teams are generally not competitive. I think what both Joe and I have said, eloquently, I may add, Joe, is that the Giants, this is a team whose record should be much better. Again, I brought it up. 5 games this year, guys, the G-men have lost in which they held a double-digit lead. That is very hard to do. It is why Brian Dayball is currently watching the best betting show ever here on Wager Talk TV and not getting ready for the game.
And it's why that the interim head coach shit-canned what Dable should have done is that defensive coordinator that's been absolutely horrific. And Shane Bowen, I don't know what took him so long, but yeah, I would imagine there'll be a different twist to what's going on in the game. The bottom line is you got 2 overrated teams in the NFL right now. We get them every year, Prez. One of them is the Bears, and the other is the Patriots. And at some point, the regression is hitting.
Okay, so there you go. It feels like Brian likes the Giants.
Having said that, I'm taking the under, by the way. Thank you.
Okay, there you go. Joe likes the under and the Giants. Brian likes bangs and the Giants. I am in play on
prop coming up.
Both the side and total. So he's got a player prop coming in the parlay of the day. Let's get to what did we learn yesterday and Saturday. Brian, I'm going to start with you. What stood out to you?
Look, this is a betting show, so we'll have to draw the focus to some sort of betting aspect. But I think the number one thing that a lot of people are talking about here on Monday is college football has some major logistical issues to work out. We all know how the transfer portal has sort of thrown the bowl season into a tizzy, if you will. Now we, of course, had the Lane Kiffin coaching situation, leaving obviously before Ole Miss presumably makes the playoff. And you talk about conference championship Saturday that's coming up, guys. Look, we're all going to be betting these games. And Joe, I don't know if you would concur. These tie-breaking scenarios did not result in the best teams getting into their conference championship games. I mean, you in the MAC, my home conference, you had Miami. They lost to both Ohio and Toledo, yet they won the tiebreaker because not all three teams played. I think we're all scratching our head how UNLV and Boise were the two. It was a computer deal that got in the Mountain West. And then in the ACC, Miami somehow it did not make it, even though I think they would be, a 2-touchdown favorite over Duke, if not more, on a neutral field. So, that I think the number one thing on most people's mind here on Monday is that whether it's changed the calendar, I don't know, how these conference championships games, how you get into it. We got some logistical issues here to work out in CFP, guys.
It's more than that, Brian. I mean, I've spoken about this before. You got a league with 165 teams. One team can beat another team 800 to nothing. The whole thing is absurd. You got, teams playing shit teams simply because some team is paying another team. Like, the whole of college football needs an overhaul. And hey, relegation. But I've gone through this a million times. It's so freaking, it's like, there are things that are easy to fix in this world. Taxes are not one, unemployment, pollution, the environment. Those are hard things. Loading an airplane back to front, easy fix. Relegation in college football, easy fix.
Yep.
So many things that are easy there. So that's what you learned, brother. Joe,
yes.
What did you learn this past weekend?
Well, to go off of what Brian was talking about, there's another problem that we have, and it leads us into this week. You are going to have the number 1 and number 2 team in the country playing a game that means absolutely squadouche, means absolutely nothing in a Big Ten championship. Because if I'm Ryan Day in Ohio State, Prez, I'm running 3 friggin' plays the entire game. That's it. Here it is. Hand off left, hand off right, and I'm going to dump the ball. What incentive is there for Ohio State or Indiana to leave it all out to try and win a Big Ten championship when they're both already advanced and are going to be the top 2 seeds in the college football playoffs? So there's no incentive whatsoever there. None.
So I would say there's more incentive for Indiana.
Well, but again, Indiana's goal is not to win the Big Ten. It is to win a national championship. And how much are you willing to push the envelope to win that game? That means ultimately nothing. So that's what college football created. They took all of does Georgia need to beat Alabama to make the playoff?
Nope.
Like, what are we doing?
And hey, as we're looking to bet these games, because we know we all will on Saturday, I think those are the questions we need to ask ourselves, right? It's not, I don't think you can attack these. You cannot attack conference championship Saturday, guys.
Nope.
Not like it used Saturday. I think you have to ask about the motivation here. You have to, see, obviously, all the other factors here, there's some lines I can tell you I flat out disagree with already on Saturday. I was a little surprised by some of the numbers I saw. But my question to you, Joe and Prez, should we just do away with the conference champ? I mean, the problem is, I think Dr. Pepper would not be too happy with that decision because they pay a lot of money.
You're never doing away with it. It's all about money. Conference championships are strictly about money. They have no bearing on what's going to happen with the top. I mean, What'd you have? 4 through 14, I think, in the last ranking, all won this past week. So what the heck?
Well, can you imagine if the winning team gets promoted
shocking.
to the next division?
Easy
oh
fix.
My God. The
Easy
gripping
fix.
drama that would be happening this coming Saturday.
Yep.
But no, it's not like every soccer league in the world except the one in North America has figured this out.
Soccer, Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
Soccer.
Yeah.
I hope you guys watched.
I almost had a soccer play canceled because the crowd got unruly yesterday, by the way, over in La Liga. They were throwing things on the pitch.
About right. Yep.
Hold on. Let me get it.
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yep. Yeah. No, I know it's here somewhere. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Looking for an image for you.
Yeah. I know it's here. Yep. I know it was here, but let's just let's see if we can find it. There it is. Only somebody that looked like this would bet La Liga. I'm just saying. Only somebody would reference it that had this kind of hair would look at La Liga and actually think anybody had any idea what he was talking about.
The irony of his hair there, the irony of Brian's hair there, Joe, is that he didn't have bangs when he was a kid,
but
correct. He has bangs as an adult.
Yep.
Okay.
Prez, just so you know, but none of that is my real hair, and that has ever been my real hair, Joe. That's just that is just a bang up Joe Ranieri Photoshop.
It says it's your real hair there, Brian. I'm just saying.
My hair looked nice there. The girl who took the pictures did a nice job there.
Yeah. Wonderful color.
Okay, NFL. I want to say something about NFL.
Go.
This going for it on fourth down has had an effect on my betting negatively.
Yep.
For me, I had a bad run of fourth downs, but you have a good one, you have a bad one. It's impossible to know. Detroit Lions are always good on fourth down, then they sucked. I'm really struggling to handicap with this bloody fourth down because nobody tells me ahead of time whether these teams are going to go for it or whether they're going to make it, whether they're not going to make it.
Yep.
I mean, on their side of the field, not on their side of the field, there's no rhyme or reason. Coaches that never did it are doing it. This fourth down stuff is killing me.
I'll say this, and what I've done, I've kind of put fourth down variants in with stuff like turnover luck, close game luck, which we've talked about. It's something that over the long haul flips. I remember Teddy, I don't know if you guys saw the video, but I saw it and I completely concurred with him before the season, did a video on the Commanders, talking about how the Commanders were likely to regress this season. And they have for a variety of reasons. But one of the reasons that they were going to regress, and I completely agreed with him, is last year, if you guys forgot, they ran so ridiculously hot on fourth down. And it wasn't a situation like the Eagles, where the Eagles were putting themselves in position 4th and 1, tush push. That's a high percentage play. The Commanders were converting last year, especially in that playoff run, a lot of, I don't want to say low percentage, but certainly not high percentage fourth down plays. And lo and behold, guess what? They're not converting them this year. And I will say I was very happy at the end of that game that they went for 2 in overtime and missed, because I didn't want that game to keep going as someone who was holding a Commanders +6 ticket.
No, it started on Thanksgiving. I mean, how many fourth downs I'm going for it, and Detroit's defense is not going to stop. I mean, at some point, congratulations going for it, but you got to be kidding me here. Like, defenses make a play. At some point, it's the variance, Prez, to your credit, that is just, at some point, it's going to go the other way. There's going to be a string of these. Let's go for it on fourth down, and not one offense can make it. Not one offense is going to complete it, and then the defenses are going to show up.
Over.
Yeah.
It's something you all have to circle if you dig into the box scores afterwards, because Joe mentioned the Packers-Lions game. Fourth down variance was the determining factor in that game. I believe the Packers were 3 for 3 on fourth down, while the Lions were 0 for 2. That's why the Packers won.
That's correct.
Fourth down.
Yeah. Well, and many games came down to that, Brian.
Carolina killed everybody yesterday because of fourth down variance.
And I want to talk about one other thing as well. But guys, real quick, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel. Our Monday show is like this. It's a bit of a free-for-all. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Art to Caesar joining us. Yes, those women are all taking notes because Bryan Power is on air.
Boy.
What I want to say, oh, look at you, Joe. You were such a rocker, too, dude.
Yeah.
He
I
was
thought he was about ready to give the shocker there.
The shocker, Prez. I don't know what you're talking about.
I guarantee you. Are you going to do the too legit to quit? What? I guarantee you that Joe had Scorpion, the 3/4 Scorpion shirts on.
Oh, absolutely.
The black sleeves with the white top.
Can you imagine Joe walking down Ocean Drive, Prez, doing too legit to quit to somebody?
Oh, yeah. No. Much more Iron Maiden, Megadeth. Much more that route.
Parlay of the day coming up. But I want to mention one other thing in regards to that fourth downs. The other thing that is really affecting me and in my handicapping is teams that are not kicking when they're supposed to kick.
Oh, yeah, it's another.
And it's like you look at Alabama and it's like, what's the message here? Is the message, our offense is so good, they're going to complete 4th and 2 with the playoffs on the line? Or is the message our defense stinks so bad that we're going to go for it on 4th and 2? Yep. What the hell is going on with these teams that are, you cannot go for a touchdown there.
I actually disagree. I love the decision by DeBoer. I'm going to tell you what. Oh, no. Here's the look. I know why you hate it. And I think people look, because we view these games through the prisms of our own bets, I think this 4th down variance becomes amplified, and we hate when the decision obviously adversely affects our bets. Here's the deal. Nobody trusts their defense late in games anymore. I think we're going to reach a point, and maybe we already have. Some people I know I feel this way, where we look back and people not, and these coaches not going for it on 4th downs throughout the most, large part of history in football was just, it was kind of foolish. It was a little too conservative. If you're Alabama there, look, and you kick a field goal, you're putting yourself in a position where Auburn can either come down, win the game, force overtime. You want to put the pressure on the defense, I think, and score a touchdown. I thought it was the right decision by DeBoer personally. And no, I was not drinking during that game.
Yeah, well, you might as well.
There, Larry Bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
I sent you a picture. Reminds me. Yes, which reminds me. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Well, we'll have a surprise for folks later this week.
Shall we get to our parlay of the day?
Yes.
Brian? Why not? You've been promoting this unbelievable players prop for 15 straight minutes. Tell us what leg one is on the parlay of the day.
Tyrone Tracy over 2.5 receptions for the Giants. Patriots struggle to cover running backs.
Joe, that felt like a mic drop moment. The way the tone that he used to bring that bet in was like, yeah, bitch.
Yeah, that's so you held on to that for a 2.5 reception prop was the thing you unwrapped for us there. That was well done. Over 2.5 reception props. And what's what might the juice be on a 2.5 reception prop?
It's only minus 120, Joe. Don't you try to act like I'm giving out
Joe,
some
leg number 2.
Prop.
Holy Christ. If it ain't broke, let's not fix it. Miami Heat to handle the Clippers tonight at home in a bounce back spot. Clippers suck, by the way. Good
I was going to say, they're
they
really
are
bad.
awful. Oh.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm so happy about it. And I don't know why. Like, even though Kawhi Leonard gave Toronto
that's true.
I hate that guy.
Yeah.
I just, you know that term like resting bitch face?
Yes.
That's Kawhi, right? Like he's got resting I'm an asshole face.
Yep. And he is in many aspects. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
You going Edmonton? What are you going with?
No. I'm going to go with over 6 in the Pittsburgh-Philadelphia hockey game. Over 6 goals in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. Man, you guys should just bet Pittsburgh over from now till the end of the year. Don't even overthink this. Like this Pittsburgh team, this Pittsburgh Penguins team, they're going to score 3+ every night on average, and they're going to let in 3+ every night on average. So there you go. That's the parlay of the day. Brian, hang out with us for bad beats, and then we'll let you go. You want to start with that?
Bad beats? So let's
Or
see.
bets.
I don't know. Or bad bets. I'll tell you, I had a bad beat on Saturday with the over in Oregon State, Washington State. Yes, I tried to catch the falling knife, and I said, look, what's Washington State going to go under in every game? Well, they would have gone over on Saturday if not for the fact that they inexplicably in the first half, even though they had a big lead, went for two twice. And they missed the 2-point conversion both times, and I lost my over by 2 points. So that was kind of a bad beat for me on Saturday.
Yeah, so Joe has had to listen to me for 2 days. I think if I go through my bad beats on this show, Joe's going to murder me.
No,
so
listen, I'll give you one, Prez. I'll give you one.
I'm just going to pass.
I'll give you one tomorrow. If I hear one more person tell me how great this Denver defense is, and yet with under a minute to go in the fourth quarter of that game, up 20-17, that you can't somehow get a stop and let guys convert you. Backup quarterback here in Mario.
3rd and 25.
And 3rd and 20. And you.
Mariota.
Suck it.
Mariota.
I don't want to hear how great this Denver defense is. You got to be kidding me. The game should have been over 20-17. Should have never, ever have gotten to that point. Ever.
Bad beat for the under bettors. And would you have gone for it, Joe, if you were Washington instead of forcing overtime?
Absolutely.
What you went for it in overtime and you didn't get, so why wouldn't you have gone for it there? It made no sense. Absolutely no sense. Yep. And that defense, where was it, Denver? Where was it? 3rd and 23.
Well,
so
both Joe and I were on the under in that game, so that didn't work. But
and by the way, what are you doing, Jets? What are you doing winning games? Like, do you understand? Even Minnesota understands. Makes no sense to me. No, Minnesota's like, we're not winning any more games this year. We're packing it in. Here's Max Brosmer. He's going to be our quarterback moving forward. Even Minnesota's like, we can't win any more games. The Jets are somehow like,
and they're celebrating.
Yeah.
They're celebrating this.
No idea what they're doing. None. Zero.
It baffles me, Joe. It baffles me. And look, New Orleans is no different. I mean, they tried to beat Miami yesterday. They could have just turtled at the end of that game.
Yes.
Maybe they did on that 2-point
was our
conversion.
NFL parlay of the day bet, though. So we did have them at 5.5, and the Miami did exactly what they always do, Prez. Like we said, they're gonna throw up all over themselves and have a chance of losing that game, and they almost did just that.
Unreal. There we go. Yeah,
I tell you, you can't lay points with the Dolphins like that.
I'll tell you, I was most frustrated with my Saturday from a bad beat perspective. I mean, I started Saturday with South Carolina, and although it was 28-14, that did not resemble the game at all. Nope. Okay, South Carolina turned the ball over. I think they just turned it over again. Yep. Literally, like somebody turned the ball over on campus right now. Yep. Okay, so that was one horrible beat. Then we went into Oklahoma and LSU. LSU with all their points up of turnovers. That should have been like a 30-0 game. And then we capped it off with Auburn at +6. That I almost puked.
Oh, that was awful.
Because it wasn't even, I understand, Bri, you say, okay, go for it, get the 7 points, fine. How about 2 fourth-down plays, tackled in the backfield, a pass interference call that shouldn't have happened, like and the same shit happened on the drive by
on a fumble to tie the game up too, which they would have,
Yep.
And Auburn was the unluckiest team in the country all year this year. By far.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the Bryan Power segment of our show. Thanks for doing this, dude. What do you got to promote?
Coming off a 2-0 NFL Sunday, including a 5% win with the Rams and Panthers over. I think that was one of my better bets the entire season. Joe and Prez cashed early in the second half. Thankfully, the points came early in the first half because the Mother Nature got a little ugly there in the second half. So we've got to play. I had 2 plays originally for Monday, including a college hoops. The college hoops play has been canceled Joe, please mark this down. South Carolina State was unable to make it to Chicago State for this afternoon's tip. So that play is off the board. It will be no action. I do have a play, however, on Monday Night Football. 7-1-1 run with NFL sides and totals the last 3 weeks. We're seeing it well, so make sure you get my top play here on Giants Patriots here on Monday.
Can you please elaborate on the ability of South Carolina State not being able to make the game? What you got to be kidding, right?
We spent 6 minutes breaking it down on Full Court Press because, of course, Trig, Rob Vino, and I did.
Unreal.
Trig went on a 3-minute diatribe whether or not South Carolina State has a plane at their disposal, or if it was because I guess the weather's is pretty crappy in Chicago today. So I don't know if this was a situation where guys from South Carolina just said, you know what? We don't want to take a bus into snow.
Yeah,
Chicago
I was going to say, what are they driving in the day of? Like, what is going on?
And guys, rest assured. I was going to say, rest assured, on a Monday, noon Eastern, 2 0-8 college basketball teams playing. If that sounds like a game you'd like to bet on, then please do visit wt.buzz/pp. Those are the kind of games that I just
rescheduling it, is my question.
No, Chicago State's playing a D2 team tomorrow to fill out the schedule. Chicago State will literally, like, if the three of us showed up with 2 random guys, they'll say, okay, fine, this will be on our schedule.
Chicago State is taking on the YMCA Rec League Team B. Yes. Like, please, unbelievable.
Yeah, and college sports in America is not well organized. I mean, if there's any league to miss a game, given that college basketball is an exhibition season until March, this is the
not
league.
Making the trip.
Yep.
What does it matter? It makes no difference. They don't even. Why are they even keeping wins and losses records?
Relegation.
It's just
everybody. Relegate them all.
Yeah, exactly. Brian, thanks for doing this,
today.
Man. No game.
All right,
Joe Ranieri, we got 3 more segments to go. NBA rundown, NHL rundown, and our college basketball rundown. It's a fun show. It's Monday. Stay with us. Hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel. Joe, we had 35,000 people live watching End Zone yesterday. 35,000 people tuned in to watch End Zone live yesterday. So thank you, guys. What a fun show. Brother, before we get into our NBA, NHL, college basketball rundown, it's time for some business. We got a promo code for Cyber Monday, and that is easy. Cyber20. CYBER 20. You get 20% off of anything in your shopping cart. You want to buy a year? 20% off. A month? 20% off. Today, 20% off. Use the promo code Cyber Monday. That's not true. The promo code is Cyber20. I'm an idiot, Joe. What do I got going tonight? I got 2 NFL bets. 2. I got the total, and I got leg 1 of a 3-team moneyline parlay. I also have 1 NBA play, 1 college basketball play, and 1 NHL play. And guys, I had a winning day yesterday. I had a horrible Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And even with that said, I'm on a big NBA run. I'm on a big college basketball run. 20-9, my last 29 hoop bets. My NHL is kicking ass. So yeah, head over to Wager Talk. Use the promo code Cyber20. Grab my package today. 5 plays. Let's get to it. Joe, what do you got going?
Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and we'll shortly have a couple of college football plays coming up and posted a little bit later. So take advantage of that Cyber20 promo code, Prez, and get 20% off everything in the cart. Can't go wrong with that.
You got it. Dude, I'm growing a beard now. I got my ski season beard coming in.
Boom.
Okay, guys, it's time for our NBA rundown. We're going on the clock. Joe, you got 2 minutes. Let's hear it.
All right, let's go. Let's see what we got here today. We've got Hawks at Pistons there, and the Hawks coming off of that double overtime win last night against the Sixers, much to my chagrin. But they are traveling to Detroit now to take on the Pistons, who had a wild one in Miami a couple of nights ago. Doesn't feel like I want to sweat out an under in this game. 233.5, 234.5. Feels like, yeah, two teams up tempo. We're going to get points in that one. The Cavs taking on the Pacers. Pacers keep covering games because the market keeps undervaluing them. Why? Well, they suck and they're still injured. But the Cavs haven't exactly been running away in games here. I still think the Cavs can get it done against the Pacers here tonight. The Bucks should score a bunch of points because they're not playing a team that can play any defense. They are taking on the Wizards. It's been a rough stretch of games for the Bucks. However, I think they're going to score a ton of points here tonight. I think the over is in play there. The Hornets have finally gotten healthy enough to look like a competent basketball team. The good news is they're traveling to Brooklyn to take on, well, a non-competent basketball team in the Nets at the Barclays Center. Hornets laying a short number, 4.5. I'll lay it. Can't trust Brooklyn in any arena for that matter. How about the Magic now laying 8.5 or 9 points at home against the Bulls? The Bulls, my goodness, they have been terrible over the last couple of weeks. The Magic have been red hot. Look for the Magic team total over in Orlando here tonight. And the Heat taking on the Clippers. Clippers suck. I mean, my goodness. The Heat likely running away and bouncing back in that game. I think the Nuggets destroy the Mavericks. I think the Jazz are live getting 12.5 tonight against the Rockets in game 2 of a 2-game set. And yeah, I like the Suns to get it done over the Lakers, Prez.
There we go, Joe. Let's get into some NHL. Pittsburgh playing Philadelphia, and I like the over in this game. We spoke about it. Look, at FanDuel and DraftKings, you can get a 5.5. Same with it, Circa. 6s most of the places, but 5.5, 6 in a game that Pittsburgh's involved in. This Pittsburgh Penguins team is going to play to the over all year long. I get that Philadelphia is an under team. It doesn't matter. Not when playing Pittsburgh. 5.5, take over the total. Columbus going into New Jersey. Columbus on a 4-game losing streak. New Jersey has not lost 2 games at home back-to-back yet this year. They're coming off of a loss in their last game. I think they get it done tonight. This Columbus team is not very good. I'm a fan of New Jersey. Minus 136 is the lowest out there at Penny. Take the New Jersey Devils to get it done. Winnipeg playing Buffalo. I like the over in this game, guys. Believe it or not, although Winnipeg is a team you think should be playing to the under, they aren't. And Buffalo, they have young talent everywhere. Okay, not talent. They are young everywhere and fast. There'll be a lot of space out there. Take over the total. 6 is the number. Anaheim playing St. Louis. Joe, Anaheim on a back-to-back in a travel scenario, played Chicago. Now they're in St. Louis. St. Louis finally playing much better than they were before. They're also shutting teams down. St. Louis minus 148. And Utah and San Jose over the total, mostly 6. There are 5.5s at the 2 big ones and at Hard Rock. Over 5.5 in the Utah San Jose State. What am I saying? You know, Joe, CBB, baby. Let's go.
All right, let's go over some of the big line moves. It's not a big card here tonight at all, but the steam has come in early and often in a couple of games. The first one is going to be Temple and Villanova. Villanova opening up at a 14.5 point favorite. That has been bet down to as low as 12.5 now. A lot of steam coming in on Temple, thinking maybe it's a little high here for a Villanova team. Temple can score, and it feels like that back door will be very much open here late in that game. The other one is UAB at Middle Tennessee State. UAB opened up as a 2.5 point favorite, was bet up to as high as 4 before we started to see that money roll in a couple of hours ago. Now Middle Tennessee State only getting 1.5, so a big move on Middle Tennessee State across the board. Also, we've got some conflicting markets here with Colorado at home taking on Cal Baptist. We saw Colorado open up 9.5, got absolutely crushed and steamed up to as high as 13.5. And well, boy, oh boy, that was it for the other half of the market as they have come in now and bet this thing back down to right around 12, which is where it sits here. And keep an eye on the McNeese State Incarnate Word. Couple of battling syndicates here too as well. Incarnate Word opened up as a home dog, 7.5 points they were getting. That got bet up to 13 earlier this morning before, well, that other side came in and hammered it back down as it sits to 10.5 right now. Incarnate Word, much better at home than they would be on the road. And McNeese State, quite honestly, who are they to be laying this kind of number against anybody? But those are your big moves so far. And a light card here today. Much better card tomorrow. All the heavy hitters and the Blue Buds will be there, Prez, and we'll have you covered with it.
There we go. That's the show. Joe Ranieri, thanks for doing this. Bryan Power as well. I'm Lawrence Pressman. Guys, tomorrow, Art DeCesar joining us. Comment, guys. We're going to do a big mailbag section tomorrow. So if you got any questions, you want us to talk about any particular games, just put it up in the comment section. Hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Lots of love, everyone.